cracking, everybody? New video. I even actually listen to myself when I say video now. And I swear I say it normal. So I don't know what everybody's always tripping on that. But anyways, it's been a while. And you guys been asking, well, some of you have been asking for another Bulldog story, right? And I'm going to tell you about a guy that I remember. His name was Smurf. He was from West Side Fresno. And it was a trip because Smurf was there with us. This is in B Yard in New Folsom, way back, right? And his brother was there, Mike from the East Side, right? And we used to all trip because Mike was like a regular, like raza vato, you know, like. And then Smurf was the polar opposite, right? He sagged. Like if you didn't look to see who was talking, you would think a black dude was talking when he would talk, right? And it always seemed like they didn't get along. They were brothers, but they didn't get along. So I don't know. I think they were half brothers or something because they didn't look alike at all or nothing, right? But anyways, so in 94, the end of 94, very beginning of 95, there were vatos that were in, that went to Mule Creek. I think it was Mule Creek, right? And, you know, as soon as they got there, they were going to get off, but they're, you know, trying to figure out, you know, who's here, who's worth points or whatever. Well, one of them was a buddy of mine that I was in YA with, and I've mentioned him in other stories. He's from Azusa, but as they're trying to figure out like who they were gonna get, the raza from up north moved on them, right? And they did some damage. And then the next day, the guy that I knew from Azusa, him and another vato that I knew from Pomona, they ran it back. You know, they got off. They got an opportunity to get off the very next day, and they did their thing, you know, and that's just the way prison was, and, you know, it happens like that. But anyways, so this vato comes, right? He lands, and if I remember right, he went to 8 block. And I remember I was in 7 block, and it was a yard recall that he like popped up on the radar, right? And somebody that had been at Mule Creek for that incident looks over and he's like, I think that vato was involved in that thing. So someone else told him, if he was, make sure, and then, you know, let it be known. So he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So he walked off, right? And he went to talk to some people, you know, and they're gonna start, you know, checking everything out. And so it's like the next yard or maybe 2 yards, and 2 days later, they were like, that's him. You know, we're gonna go and we're gonna whack this fool right now, this and that. And lo and behold, we look over and Smurf was, swear to God, slow dancing with them on the yard. Now he thought he was fighting. They both thought they were fighting. No weapon involved. And these vatos, I swear, Holmes, they I don't remember a punch being thrown. They were chest to chest, arms around each other. Oh man, and those that knew what was about to happen to that vato from up north are looking and hoping that the Juras don't see it so that this guy can get what he had really coming, right? I'm almost positive that the Juras did see it and had no idea it was a fight. Like, how would they know? You know what I mean? Fuck. So then they like, I don't know if they were, it was almost like, you know how the sumo wrestlers grab each other by the waist? I think that's what they were doing. They were sumoing out. And, yeah, it went on for like a good 2 minutes, right? And then they like separated. And then I think like a couple punches were thrown. And then that's when the Hudas were like, all right, fuck it, man. You guys making us do something. So they, you know, they put the yard down. And, like I said, people were pissed. They like, fuck, Holmes. Smurf never gets into no shit around here. And the guy that motherfuckers want to punch a bunch of holes into, he goes and slow dances with them on the yard, right? So Smurf went to Ad Sag, and at the time back there, that's when we still had group yard, and so he went out to the yard. You know, it was Southerners and whites and Bulldogs would go to yard together, right? And so, you know, he went back there, and, you know, he comes back out, right? You know, he did his little 30 days back there or whatever, and then he comes back to B yard. This is the only time I saw this. One time. Because of the red light. And yes, I said red light. It's funny how when I did that video, red light on Bulldogs, and people were in the comments talking about, don't you mean green light? No, red light. Nothing was happening. Red means stop. Green means go. Simple. So because of the red light and the understanding on the yard, the administration, when Smurf came back, they threw him in the cell with one of the homies, Avato from down south, right? And it was a Vallero. And if I remember right, he was from San Fernando Valley, right? And when he the homie he put him, the Smurf went in the cell with, was one of them homies that super choloed out the game. And so the very next day on the yard, Smurf comes out the yard. He's got his pants pulled all the way up. He was dressed sharp. And the homies were already whispering, hey, he's in the cell with so-and-so. And I'm serio? Like, oh, hell, that ain't gonna work. And that fool was walking so fast to where his homies were, right? The rest of the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs are laughing at him, too. Everybody's laughing at him like, oh, you dress sharp now, huh? You look like you from down south now, huh? And he's like, man, Holmes, I got to get up out of that cell. He goes, that motherfucker's going to kill me. Oh, that shit was funny. But most of the other Bulldogs, they did not like Smurf. It was funny, eh? You know, this is a quick story. I fucked up. Well, I didn't fuck up. You know, me and my lady, we took, you know, her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend and my daughter. We all went out and we had drinks and a great dinner last night. So I didn't record a video for today. So here I am on my break, recording this right now and hoping I can upload it in less than 5 hours, because that's how long it usually takes. So with that, you guys stay safe, stay smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. Do me a favor, because I haven't been recording. I'm completely out of the algorithm. So leave a comment, like the video, and share the video. Let's get me back in, because YouTube has locked me out. That's why they're not sending you guys my notifications. They're tripping. But I got to go. Break's over. Everybody, like I said, stay safe, stay smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.